No, I can't. I can't. I'll leave. Oh wait, shit, my thingy's on. I am doing. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Formula One Gran Premio de la Ciudad de Mexico 2023. We're here for the penultimate round of the season. It's currently Leo leading the championship, followed by Mashaki. He's not too far behind, but it should be close, hopefully. I believe first car are out on track. It is the Aston Martin of Mashaki. He's on the intermediate tyres, as it's only, I believe that's quite cute. I'm not so sure if it's full quali. Well, no, it'll be short quali. So 18 minutes of qualifying. He'll be going out on the inters just to get a feel for the car and just to get a lap on the board, really. But yeah, we'll see if anybody else is out on the soft tyre. Is Made You Sad. I don't know if that might be Minty. Not fully too sure on that one. But yeah, we'll stay on with Mashaki as he goes to start his first lap of the session, first car of the session as well. So yeah, we're now going into Sector 2, or last part of Sector 2, on this lap with Mashaki. With Made You Sad as he's the first car on slick tyres, down into turn 1, third gear, You want to take a little bit of the curbs, not too much though, as it can make the car unstable. As you push down through into turn 5, I believe. In qualifying, it's third normally in the race, second gear though. Sweep the car left to right. Mishaki goes fastest at the moment with a 120.8, although as you can see, that's on the intermediate tyre. Should be always flat through here, whether it's at the start qualifying or at the end. Looks as though there's potentially a traffic jam in the middle of sector 1 as well. It looks as though there's 5 cars there, all near each other. Coming to the end of the lap now for Indy, I do believe, as he crows across the line with what will be a 1:16.5. Not too shabby. Next car to complete his lap, I think, will be the Williams of Kairazu. Known to be an aggressive driver at times, but all in all, I'd say not bad. To the line with a 1:16.9, currently 4/10 behind P1. McLaren's now is Leo on a lap. I assume as well he'll complete this lap, then slow down to give Cameroon the lap. Racing with the number 13, some would call it unlucky, others would not. With a 1:15.7 goes to P1. Does he slow down? Let's check. Doesn't quite look like it, as Kitten has left the box as well. He should get out of the way of Cam. As he does so, down into turn 1, should be again third gear. Just sort of just tap those curbs, as Leo does slow down to give Cam Aruni the toe. But nicely there for him. He now gets out of the way too late and past, as it shows as though he has gone purple sector 1 with that toe. He's got a clear track in front of him to complete this lap, as what will be his first run of this short qualifying. As predicted, flat through there. We'll get the lap data and telemetry on as well, so we can just have that little bit of extra detail. Down to second potentially? No, actually decides to keep it in third gear. Just slightly lift off of the throttle, brake down, keep it in third, push flat to the floor, to the line, rides the curb. Ooh, sorry, I didn't realise he invalidated that lap. Oh, he busted it on that last corner then. Former Kitten in the acid mine, then on board with him, begins his first lap of the session. Just being incessant with him, I could know that he's feeling confident about this weekend. He's always had a good pace around Mexico, as it suits his driving style and what he likes to do, that being drive fast. Well, you just knew that was going to happen. Actually no, sorry. Minty couldn't have been. That isn't Minty. That's Minty retires, but Make You Sad isn't Minty. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's a new person. So far though, he's 8 tenths behind Leo, who is predicted to hold P1. He holds brilliant speed, and that is the reason as to why he currently is leading the World Championship. Hitting purple sector 2, it shows, although I don't know how true that is. Good final corner, on the throttle early, cut the corners to the line. Those P2 with a 1:15.8 puts him just over a tenth behind Leo. So it's close then. I assume Maki Mashaki, he's on his outlap. Although Kitten is far ahead on the track, I'm not so sure whether he will slow down or not. We'll stay with him as he does begin this lap. And I will just make sure that my audio is included to the stream. Yeah, no, looks like it is included. I'm absolutely fine with that one. Into turn 1, 90-degree right, 90-degree left, 90-degree right again. People tend to short shift going to this corner or the exit of that corner just to minimize wheel spin and get traction on the exit. 9/10 up on his previous time, which wasn't fully representative with the one. It wasn't representative because it was on the intermediate tyre. So this will be his first run and his first show to see what he can do in this qualifying session. 9 minutes 20 left on the board, so he's got time for a run or two more. But as the clock ticks down, it's Leo currently leading. .2 up, that would put him a 1:17.6. So he's on track for pole. Sorry, no, yeah, 1:17.6 would be P7 actually where he is now. Goes to the line, with a 1:16.1. 3 tenths behind his teammate, 4/10 off pole position. Not the best of laps, but Misaki is not a driver to always do well in qualifying, as with this season he's not had a single pole position as of yet. It's myself with the most poles on 7. Then comes Leo with 3 pole positions this season. So yeah, Misaki tends to try and make places up in the race, at least anyway. We'll go to Kairazu, Joshi, who's about to finish his lap. McLaren TP, if I'm not mistaken, probably I'm mistaken, goes P4 with a 1:16.4. So Leo very much setting the pace. I believe he's just started his lap. Sorry, no, he's just about finished his lap. Timing say that he's 1.8 tenths up as at the moment, goes to the line with a 1:16.5 and extends that lead so far. So the only man to match him at the moment is former Kitten, and he's 3 tenths behind. So yeah, much to be said so far. Leo definitely showing that he's got the pace again this weekend. Anybody else on the lap as it stands? Meiju Sada is he is 1.1 seconds down. He's finished his lap, so he won't be going again, not on a flyer. Joshi looks to be on a lap. The Astral want to get out of the way. Not quite so sure why he hasn't as of yet. As he does so now, he doesn't. He has opted not to let him pass. He's backed off. That's probably why. Manu on the lap chooses to go down to 4 through that corner. Little lift. But decide to keep it flat through here. You want to try and cut that corner as much as you can, just without invalidating, in order to save the most amount of time. He's at 6/100ths up, so just under or over half a tenth. Been an okay lap for him so far. Should hopefully go maybe P6 with this lap. Does cut that final curve, yeah, as predicted, goes to P6. He's 2/100ths behind, ahead of P7 at the moment, that being Kairazu. Cam yet to get a lap in, opting to stay in the garage with 6 minutes to go. Quiet out on track so far. Former Kitting being on a lap that has just gone through the Sector 1 split. Goes into this fast Sector 2 at the moment. Should keep it flat through here. Through the 1, 2 and 3. Nicely done. Smooth on the steering wheel, DRS open. He's 2.5 tenths up. It's going to be close. He just needs to nail the final sector. Keep it wide, down to second. Short to third, potentially on the throttle as fast as you can. It's okay. Not the best, not the worst. He's done it. He's on provisional pole position as it stands. So he's showing to Leo that he has got the pace. He does have that. Goes past Cam. A little bit of mind games there, it looks like. Little open and close of the DRS. Minute mind games. Not fully too sure what's going on here. we'll stay with this, see what happens. Both of these cars have Mercedes' engine as well. They are powered by Mercedes. Not too much of relevance here though, as we are on equal cars. Although with the pace Leo's been setting this season, you'd think not. Kitten should box here and get out of the way. Normally people would have let him pass by now, but Kid opts not to do so, giving his direct competitor, constructor-wise, a slight toe, playing a little bit of mind games there, as Cameroon begins his penultimate lap, I assume, having still not set a time as of yet. We've yet to see his real pace, as he did invalidate on that final corner. The little kink, that what it was, did make his lap invalid. Down into turn 1 again, third gear. Slight wobble there, it looks like. They are also open for Cameroon. Being Leo's teammate, he'll obviously want to be as close as he can, if not ahead of his teammate, just with that 5 other constructors and obviously the World Drivers' Championship. So yes, we'll see what he can do. Again, Cam, another driver, which, you know, not necessarily has always been on the level of Leo, but when he needs to be there, he most certainly is. You know, I've had numerous fights with him as a driver. Some always haven't been as clean as others. Not going to comment from which side. But yeah, no, I have to say, both McLaren drivers, most of the time, never put a foot wrong. As this lap begins to come to an end, what time will he set? It will be 1:15.868, splits Leo Mashaki to put himself P3 on the grid so far as it stands. 2 minutes 43 to go. Not sure he'll have time to go again, unless he brake drags and goes out and stays out on this used set. Obviously, with the rules in URFL, you can't cut any corners to save time. So he's got a decision to make. Does he box? Does he slow down to help Leo? Or does he just go for another run again, and be on the used tyres? We shall see soon. I thought Leo was on a flyer, although it looks as though, by not saying he's on an outlap, he may have potentially been on a lap and screwed up. Not fully too sure. But we'll stay with, at the moment, the man who is in P2. Opting to not come out of the pits again. Not fully too sure on that one. He's not got a lot of time left, so the aim is to see where they can go. Looks as though Aston is leaving the pits at the moment. That being, well, I don't know as of yet. Mishaki's come out, and it looks as though Kid is following as well. Not a lot of time left on the clock, so it'll be tight for Kid to make it to the line. Very close indeed by the looks of things. Leo going into the first sector, just under a tenth up, so if it stands as that, he will be on pole. Provisional pole, that is at least. Puts it down into third gear, early on the power. Glides over to the right, should be a little lift down to fifth. Little tap of the brake, again. Full on the throttle through this section of the track. Gets nice and close to that curb. Just as not invalidating. 2/10 up nearly going into the final sector. Sways down to fourth, brings it over to the right, down to third. Early on the power, as quick as he can. Goes into the final 2 corners to the line. What will it be? A 1:15.285. 3/10 quicker than Kitten so far. How long is left on the clock? Not probably too sure on this one, as I believe it may be close for Kitten to the line. 18 seconds. Oh no, he's got the time. Both Astons leaving as late as they can here. No Kitten is an experienced driver. He should know what to do in this situation. Foot to the floor, and will aim to produce the best lap as he can. Potentially as well, if Mashaki messes up, he can give Kitten the toe. I'll just try and stay with them both to see what they can produce. Nobody else on the lap as of yet. So Mashaki going into sector 1, he's half a tenth up. Not the best, not the worst. Oh, Kitten is at 100th down, 100th down. So a lot to prove in the next two sectors for both Aston Martin drivers. But as Berlingo joins the lobby, not sure who that is, could be a red flag for that one. As the McLaren get us out of the way nicely. Shaki DRS open, what will it be for the sector 2 split? All 100s up, he needs a big final push in the third sector. Hitting a 10th down, so it looks like, oh, he's run out of battery as well. I'll stay with them just in case Mashaki's at the line. Needs a big final sector, what will he get? 15.7 puts him to P3. Brilliant for the Aston driver as Kitten decides to box. So, here we can see the driver which is on pole position. The McLaren 1-4 and the Aston Martin 2-3. Brilliant work for the man leading the World Championship. Just going down the order then, we have Fossborough P9 in the AlphaTauri, Parazio respectable P8, Manu in the Red Bull and the owner Red Bull P7, Meiju Sad, who's a new driver, looks to be in P6, close to P6 to P5, Yoshi in the Mercedes, and then Mashaki, Kitten and Leo. Pole position for the man in the McLaren. What are the bigger pole position margins we've seen this season? Nearly 3/10 to P2 for Leo. So yeah, Kit's just not delivering there at the end. Mashaki, the closest championship rival to Leo, will be disappointed with that. But he, as I said before, he normally shows great pace in the race. We'll see what can happen from here. I mean, as well, we also have Boss Barrel in the lobby, which is, as we all know, a guaranteed safety car. So that could definitely mix things up. And yeah, we create drama as we go into, again, as I say, the penultimate race of the season itself. I'll take a quick pause and a quick break, and I'll see you in the race. So here we are then. We're back for the round 11 of the season. Yeah, should be an interesting race, hopefully. We've managed to get everything reset and yeah, sort the problems out. So yeah, maybe 2 or 3 minutes until we get green flags, and yeah, should be in for some good racing. Should be now a fully dry race, although the original lobby was rain scheduled for the end. Yeah, everyone just needs to remember to apply their setups and yeah, get ready for some racing. So yeah, no, 3 minutes has now passed by. Yeah, so hopefully we should be ready for the race to start soon. The message has now been sent out to ready up. We'll have a formation lap. It should be a mixed tyre strategy amongst the drivers, and we should be looking forward to at least turn 1 of lap 1, because especially at Mexico, it's renowned for being, you know, quite a tight right-hander. Obviously, Perez will know from last year in Mexico, as he got sent flying. Green flags then as the formation lap begins. Tyre strategies: top 4 on the hard tyre. Then we have P9, H7 on mediums, Mid-U-Side being the only one on that soft tyre, Josh on the mediums, and the top 4 as follows. Three DRS zones here at this track. We have obviously the main straight itself, the straight that we're on here, and then the little straight going into sector 3 as well. So as long as you can stick with that car, there's a good chance going down that main straight. You can get that overtake done. I'm not sure as well if on the game it works the same, but in real life this track is X amount of feet above sea level, so with it being a lower oxygen level, the DRS isn't as powerful. So I don't fully know if that is the same on this game. But so yeah, from myself doing lobbies and stuff like that, I don't think it's different. I think it is the same compared to all those tracks. But yeah, no, we'll see. About to go into that final sector now. Grid closely following one another. So yeah, quite a relatively short formation lap. People will be brake dragging, weaving, just the main aim to get temperature in those tyres and brakes as well. final couple of corners, and we'll see the drivers line up in their grid slots. It's definitely not long at all before we do get those green flags. Bosbell, the final driver on the grid, lines up in his spot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights here in Mexico, and it's go for the Mexico Grand Prix. Good start from Leo. As he also pulled away nicely, Mashaki looking to go alongside his teammate former Kitten. Kitten got that slipstream on Leo. It looks as though he will lead going into turn 1, although Kitten on the attack. Does he send it? Decides not to. Not too much bother going so far. Everyone looks to have made it through. Although Camerooni, actually in the McLaren, has fallen back to P9. Leo and Kane side by side going into the next corner. If they can make that stick, that'll be absolutely sensational. He has done so. And Leo might lose out on another place to Mashaki. Again, yes, he has on the inside. Mashaki and Kane both get through. Absolutely brilliant start for the Aston Martins. Made side on that soft tyre. Looking to make up places. Doesn't look as though it's that close at the front as it stands going into the final sector. I think Leo needs to outscore Mashaki by 6 points in order to become world champion. The South End Red Bull going side by side into the stadium section. Who will come out on top? Looks as though to be the Red Bull. Here we go then. Onto the second lap. It's Kitten, Mashaki, and then followed by Leo in P3 close by. Meiji San makes up that place. Again, though, the Red Bull following closely. But then Kairazu seems to be looking to get past all of them. Breaks early into turn 1 to avoid a potential collision. Close with the top 4, having now broken away from the rest of the grid. Timing's not fully quite accurate here. Kairazu as well, actually on that hard tyre, will be furious that he's dropped so many places. DRS on this game not activated until the third lap. Well, not necessarily controversial, but different to F1 24 where DRS would have already been activated on this lap. DRS wise, it's very similar for the top 4. Mashaki just having to use that little bit more to retain the gap. Kitten has now pulled a 1.1 second gap to Mashaki, looks as though Mashaki is struggling on that hard tyre. Leo burning, pushing, trying to get ahead of Mashaki. This DRS does get enabled on this lap. Both not really using too much. As I say that, Leo goes to burn. Goes to make a move around the outside. The 2 championship contenders. Mashaki arguably pushed wide there. He now has a Mercedes alongside of him. They're going to be very close to going into the next corner. Does Josh send it? No, he does not. Leo's job now is push onwards and get in within DRS range of former Kitten. Made use out as well within DRS range of Josh in P4. The final DRS zone of this circuit. Leo is not within that DRS zone. We've had 3 3-second time penalties on lap 3 by Boss Beryl, Manning and Made Use out. So consistency not as key for them. It's extremely close to the detection point for Leo, as at the moment he does not have DRS on for Kitten. Kitten setting that fastest lap, which Leo then beats a 1:19.406 for that fastest lap. Mashaki having to burn, unfortunately, to at least try and get within that DRS range. He could be under pressure here. not at the moment. I don't believe he does have the DRS on Leo. No, he does not. That rear wing will stay closed for him. Kitten showing brilliant pace. At this stage of the race, at least. Anyway, Leo may be struggling and saving, as at the moment he does not have as much ERS. Cam has got up into P6, so he's on the road to recovery, although it has cost him. He's burned all of his ERS to do so, as well being on that hard tyre. It's 1 second and 1 second between the top three. None of them will have DRS at the moment. Just in that second sector, Leo looks to have maybe closed in a 10-4-2 to Kitten, so he's definitely not leaving this without a fight. I could be right in saying here that Mexico will be under threat moving on to the 5th lap. Maybe not, as Josh does get that rear wing open. You can see that Mexico's flashing, so he knows that he's running low on battery. He thinks about it, but decides not to go for that move. Made you sad. A new driver to this league, it looks like. At the moment, showing relatively good pace, although as well being on that soft tyre. There's now a bigger gap between P5 and P6, 3.4 at the moment. That little pack maybe just dropping off slightly. I believe as well that Kairazu has now got back past Camerooni as well, so not the best race, as Josh has a massive snap there in the quick left-hander. As we go through again, Leo still does not have DRS on Kitten. We'll have a look at battery levels. Leo looks to be on 20, Kitten on 36, so at the moment, advantage Kitten. Brilliant work from the McLaren. From the Aston Martin driver, sorry. As again, another swap position, Cam decides to get back past Razu. A little bit of a, sort of a scrap and a fight between these two drivers. Cam flashing as well, with both had to burn, that being Masheki and Cam, to try and at least either make up or maintain positions. Laps to go in this 50% race. The mediums and the softs maybe just slowly starting to fall off a little bit more than that hard tyre. As being the alternate strategy on that hard tyre, they're looking to get pace at the end of the race. Josh as well maybe decided to just potentially just sit behind Mashaki to gain that ERS back, energy recovery system, as Mexico is renowned for being a circuit which is relatively hard to get back ERS, so if you get that DRS and you can just stick behind, obviously there's less drag between the car and the floor, so it is easy to it is easier to gain that ERS. Another swap position between the McLaren and the Williams, that being this time around Kairazu does get back past Cam, so not exactly ideal for the second McLaren driver, as we see Boss Beryl has spam, so all by himself I assume. He's gone round again and predicted, well, he's at least solidified my prediction. So yeah, 1.7 now the gap between Mashaki and Leo, and Leo does now have DRS on Kitten, so maybe this is a little bit of a switch for Kitten and Mashaki, that being, now that he does have DRS, Kitten maybe just hold Leo up a little bit just to get Mashaki back into that DRS range. We'll have to see, wait and find out. don't necessarily think we'll see a move down into turn 1 here. Izzy is currently, sort of 8 tenths behind. Mashaki went a little bit defensive there, just slightly off the racing line. 7, 6, 5 tenths now, the gap between the top two. Maybe this is the point at which Leo thinks, maybe I'll just hold position behind Kitten. Ooh, Boss Barrel pits. I guess 5-second time by the speeding in the pit lane. Doing what he does best, and he rightfully so retires from the session. Won't cause a safety car, won't cause a this. He has managed to at least get back to the pit and retire. Mano, I think, gets another 3-second time right there, so consistency again not being key for him, as it's now, I believe, just 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Yes, I'm correct in that. It is very close between the top two now. We could potentially see a move going on to the 9th lap, into turn 1. Kitten going a little bit slower there, as Kairazu now gets a 3-second time penalty. The lower position driver just struggling a little bit more. Does Leo decide to burn? No, he does not. Does Kitten? No, he does not. So I think naturally, just with that DRS open, Leo just get that position back. Can't necessarily see ascend into there. No, he's just a little bit too far back there. Josh and the Sauber now battling. Josh has that DRS, so it helps Hamashaki here a little bit that they are battling. But yeah, Mashaki maybe just needs to just slightly pick up the pace a little bit. Maybe set up as well. Might come into a little bit of play here. Cameron Kairazu holding position this lap. And, yeah, not a lot too much really so far. Not too many incidents or collisions, but yeah, so far all good racing, I assume. Seven tenths between Leo and Kitten. Leo just looks to have that little bit of a race pace advantage as well as that quali pace, so he's just doing what he does best at the moment as it stands. The ARS levels slightly similar between the two. Leo just has that little bit more. I'll just do a quick check of the warnings, see if anybody is on any. Oh, Leo is actually on 2 warnings, so he's 1 off the penalty. Kitten as well on 2 warnings. Mashaki, though, looks to have kept the... I can't think of the word. Consistency. He doesn't have any warnings as of yet, but he is now 3 seconds off the lead of that race. Slight lift there for Kitten, so not having that full confidence, a little bit of wiggle as well from Leo. So they're both pushing each other along, really. Kairazu with another 3 seconds. That puts 7th and 8th up to 6 seconds worth of penalties. Little bit of a burn there from Kitten, so not fully too sure why he's doing that, unless he's looking to take once again the lead of the race, as he's gaining and gone. He's ahead of Leo even before we get to the apex of turn 1. A little bit of a touch, but yeah, nothing too serious there really. Now maybe Kitten decides to hold up Leo in the middle sector, just to, sort of again bring the shaky back into this race. He doesn't have to, he's not obliged to, but just with these two being, having a fight for the championship, I would like to think that Kitten would play that ultimate team game. I'm just inviting Nova King to the party. he has now joined the party. It looks as though hasn't necessarily held up Leo as much as what he could have done in the middle sector. But again, he doesn't want to get done for dangerous driving as well. He has the DRS wide open and goes straight back into the lead of this race, sorry. Soft tyre looking to maybe not necessarily have as much degradation here as made use out, either proving that he has brilliant race pace or that the soft just is not dropping off. But yeah, he's still within DRS range of Mashaki. So yeah, not doing too badly so far. I believe we will be joined by a second commentator as well, that being Nova King, as Medusad decides to box into the pit. He goes, gets the speed limiter correct, doesn't hit that overspeed. It's going to be close into turn 1 for the lead of the race again. Yet I don't think I'll send it from here. He has a look, but ultimately does not get that position, does go into P1. He's burning again though, so side by side here we are. Will Leo give him the space? A little bit of touch kit, not to go off track. Could that be a penalty? Doesn't look like it as of yet. A little bit of contact. I mean, Mashaki will take advantage of that. So he doesn't have that traffic. He's now got he's got out of the DRS range of Joshi as well. I'm just trying to get Nova King into the party and into the lobby as well. Getting very close to track limits there. He's certainly pushing. As Nova King just joined the lobby, we should hopefully be able to see him in the party soon. Joshi now opts to pit as well. So depending obviously how quickly they do, depending on how good the undercut is, they could actually, when the top runners pit, come out ahead of them. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Hitting it does go back into the lead of this race, opting to shut the DRS. As Camerooni has left the session, I'll invite him back into the lobby as my second commentator joining the party, in that being Nova Kitten. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's good to be back.
Yeah. We've not spoken in a while.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, not so bad. I'm just trying to get Cam back in the lobby.
It could be better though with the race ban.
Yeah, that's the only trouble. I could be racing right now.
I should be.
But yeah, no, it's been close between Leo and Kitten so far, you know. Mishaki just sort of struggling a little bit with pace, but yeah, they're playing little mind games, and I think what Kitten ultimately wants to do is just slow Leo down to get Mishaki back within that DRS range.
Absolutely, I think Kitten knows what to do. Already Mishaki's gained about a second in that one sector alone as Leo has the DRS, and Leo got flying past into turn 1. And been an interesting race so far, by the look of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Boss Barrel Minty doing his thing, and, you know, there's DNFing, but he did that in the pits this time, so no safety cars at VSC so far.
Interesting.
The other sort of battle, which I've noticed as well, is the battle between Kairazu and Cam. Cam started P4, however, something which I didn't see. He ended up last. So yeah, it's just been these two battling out, really, to be honest.
Now, speaking on your safety car, it's VSC probability 80% and a safety car probability 20%. So maybe we see a VSC, I think more likely, obviously, than the safety car, but that's from the last 5 races here at Mexico. And speaking of the last races, what was pole time? Because back in season 6, when the last time we did this, it was a certain man with extra files, Renegade, took pole with a 15.8. What was the...
Oh, I can't actually remember off the top of my head. But yeah, no, it was Leo had pole position by 3/10 ahead of Kitten. So it was Leo, Kitten, Mashaki, Kairazu for the top 4 qualifying, at least anyway. Going on to lap 16 though, Kitten just seems to have dropped back a little bit from Leo. I know obviously he went wide, so they will have had to have lifted there. But at the detection point, he's not got DRS.
Interestingly enough. So Leo's showing that pace that we know he has. I mean, it has been a dominant season from him so far, both games.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that more in the race he's had a more dominant display. Obviously, we've had our battles, and I'd say it's probably been a 50-50 between some races I've had the pace, some races he's had the pace. But for one way or another, he's leading the World Championship right now. So you know, you can't argue with that. I mean, as well, Japan, whether he wins the title today or not, Japan, I'll be back, and I'll, well, my Pentapones will have been reset, but with the last race of the F1 23 season, should be some good racing.
Yeah, it should be as well. I'm definitely excited to see it, as Leo still holds that gap at 1.2. I think Japan will be nice, especially for the combined constructors battle. Obviously, you guys are fighting it out with McLaren, and right now, that's Ferrari. And by the way, Cam's joined back and immediately dropped Kairazu.
Oh right, well maybe he's just putting.
And Machaki into the pits.
Yeah, Mashaki doing an early pit there, looking for that huge undercut. Obviously, I think with Kitten falling outside of DRS of Leo, the only option now for them really is to do the undercut, which Mashaki is the driver to do that. He comes out last in P8, 3 seconds behind Joshi, who pitted 3 laps ago. So the undercut around this track, at least, is quite powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful on 24. Let's see how it transfers here on 23. Machaki needs to do a blistering outlap. He's come out in good, clear air, and it makes me wonder, does Leo cover this off with a stop now, or maybe Kitten go a little bit long? I think you have to split the strategy at Aston Martin. Keep the pressure on with Kitten behind Leo. The Kitten, I think, needs to follow Leo.
Yeah, whatever Leo does, Kitten needs to do as well, definitely.
So we will see.
Mashaki not fully opting to burn his DRS. Sorry to cut you off there. Mashaki not fully opting to burn ERS, but because I assume he knows as well that just the tyre advantage itself is enough to obviously get the advantage. As we see, Leo does make a pit stop. He's clearly worried about Mashaki getting that undercut on him, so it maybe goes long now. Not fully too sure.
We'll see what they can do. Maybe a safety car at some point. But Joshi also making a move on monitor there. He's on fresh tires, 4-lap old tires. With Meiju sad, he's trying to chase down. Leo comes out ahead of Joshi. No, it's traffic, and here comes Machaki, who is 2 seconds behind, 1.6 now. Is Leo going to get held up by the Mercedes?
The undercut is massive. Will Joshi let him by though? Because does Joshi not have relations to McLaren? Is he not a TP or?
No, he's not a TP. He's a driver for the 2014. I think he'll let him through.
I see.
And there it is.
Yeah, he does let him through.
Yeah,
interesting, that one. Joshi choosing not to fight. Obviously, that's not necessarily controversial in itself, but then it's if he decides to fight Mashaki, will that then be controversial? If he lets one driver by and does not let another by, then I'd argue that, somewhat of a, nothing, not right, quite right about that.
Yeah, I think he's entitled to do what he wants, though.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely an argument for that as well.
So, well, we'll see. I think if he fights this, he could argue he's just having fun. So, Well, I mean, we'll
Yeah,
see.
true.
Obviously, there's the Aston McLaren battle, and I think we all can tell, even if we know, oh yeah, but he could be doing this. He's obviously has his one thing on his mind in this race, and it's not to get a P5. I don't think he cares. We've seen Joshua win races. We've seen Joshua win championships. He does not care about a P5. What he's here to do is help McLaren, just as Kitten is here to do to help Aston Martin. He's going to defend this. Is Joshua going to go for the inside? No. Wow. I am shocked that he
No,
lets
he doesn't.
Jackie just go
He
right
doesn't.
through.
He doesn't. He didn't even burn any ERS at all. So playing some sort of a game. This brings Mashaki back into it, as he will have DRS on Leo with it being a double detection zone. Yeah, this helps him out, although the ERS difference.
Yeah, but Leo's also
about
burning.
20%. So
Leo feels the pressure behind. And by the way, as
this fight is back on.
You want to look at the undercut. Kitten is 2.5 behind. He's about 3 seconds behind on
Yeah,
Joshi.
yeah, definitely.
Sorry, not on Joshi, on Machaki. It's crazy.
I mean,
4 seconds on Leo.
when it gets to lap 36, I think that, you know, the 2 lap difference between Kitten and Leo and the 1 lap difference between Mashaki and Kitten is, you know, I think it might play a difference, you know?
Yeah, but I think between the teammates it won't matter. Kitten knows that Machaki's the one who has to finish ahead today.
Yeah, definitely. But I think ultimately Kitten so far has had the pace advantage over Mashaki, so if Kitten can catch up to Mashaki, who can keep with Leo, then could we see, I don't know, maybe all 3 drivers battling? As Mashaki now sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:17.679.
Leo said it right before him with a 1:18.1. They are both flying now. Is Machaki gonna go for the move? It'll be have to be a late send from there. He's looking. He doesn't want it. I thought he was gonna go for him.
This Sauber now playing a part as well. He seems to be in the middle of both of them, and then as well, the next car ahead of Leo is his teammate. So I think
This will be a move.
this time around he will let Leo by and he will hold Mashaki up. I think that is a given.
That is absolutely a given. Is Machaki going to go for it down the inside? Now, we know Machaki's a very patient driver. And
he's very patient.
He
and he's very
needs
clean.
to be a bit cynical here.
The McLarens do the driver swap. Cameron lets Leo by going into the middle sector, just with obviously the dirty air as well, plays a big part as well. So it's understandably he's let his teammate by.
Here comes Machaki with the DRS from the Alfa Romeo. He goes down the inside. The Alfa Romeo turns in. Machaki forces his way past. The Alfa Romeo is still there. And oh my God, Charlie, they're really going at it.
He's fighting this. They really are fighting this. What? That's close. That's really close between the 2 drivers. Mashaki will not be happy with that one at all.
And Leo's driving off into the sunset.
This is not playing into the hands of Mashaki at all. What is going on? Made you sad, making a statement as in his first race in URFL. He's now going for Camerooni.
His name rings true for the Aston Martins.
Yeah, well, there we go. This is going to be interesting. Mashaki on the back of Cam. What will Cam do? He's got 42% battery, so I assume he'll burn away just to keep Mashaki behind as long as he can.
Wow. He is a lot more patient than I would be.
And as well myself, I certainly couldn't stay behind for this long without sending it once or twice.
Yeah, see, that's one of the reasons why. Oh!
Well, that's the reason why I'm banned and he's not.
Look at all these taps. Mashaki with so much more grip, he's gonna keep tapping Cam. It's just going to happen. That's why I personally would have just sent it down the inside at turn 4. But here comes Mashaki. He's got the move. Cam's gonna move over, and yeah.
Will that be the move done? No, they touch again, which invites Kane into the picture, and he's now ahead.
Cam will not be happy with that. But
just look at Leo. Look at Leo. Look how. I mean, Kane's now 6 seconds off of Leo.
And you have to say Cam's done his job.
Cam has done a brilliant job there.
And these Astons need to save their ERS. I think Kitten knows what's going to happen here. They're going to swap positions. And make sure to keep playing this game.
Yeah, that's the only thing they can do, really, is just swap each lap and just use the DRS for each other, you know. That's really made you sad as well. He's in P2 at the moment. He has that time penalty, but I think regardless, with it being his first race, and it will only be, well, he'll only have 1 more race after this if he chooses to do so. I don't necessarily think he's going to just let them through.
Oh, what does he have to lose?
As I say, yeah, essentially what I was saying. You know, he has nothing to lose, so why not?
So we'll see how that goes. Keep an eye on that. Down the field, not really much happening. Mono's chasing down Cam, but again, Cam is just boxed. So be prepared for Cam to catch up to Karazu very quickly, with Karazu on the soft compound tires. And yeah, should be a move on the main straight. I think Machaki has learned his lesson. He's going to make sure that he gives a good amount of space to Made You Sad, just do it on the straight.
Should be a double overtake, hopefully, as well. Obviously, if they have the extra grip, they have the less tire percentage as well. So, yeah, hitting burning, yeah, should be a double move here.
Interestingly enough, Made You Sad, 10 lap pull mediums. He's not going to end on those, is he? Surely not.
Maybe. Oh, please don't battle. Please don't
Machaki
battle.
knows.
Thank God for that. Oh.
Aston Martin hearts are breaking here.
So, 13 laps to go. 6 seconds between Leo and former Kitten. Will that go down? Will it come up? We'll only see at the end of lap 36.
Yeah, with it being 14 to go, around 6 seconds, they need about 2 seconds a lap. A bit under that, but that's about the difference they need, and you're not going to get that from just DRS. You need raw pace, and I don't think that's going to happen.
No, definitely not. But I think Mashaki needs to outscore Leo by 6 points in order for Leo to not be world champion this race. And as it stands, Leo is world champion.
Yeah, Leo needs 5 points. I don't know what it is the other way around. I'm pretty sure he just has to get within under 5. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I don't know. The gap between first and second points-wise is 7 points, I think.
What? And how is it 5?
So,
wait, is it?
25 for Leo. And is it 18 for PT?
Yeah, 18, 15. So he's outscoring them by 10 points right now.
Yeah. So if all Leo needs to do is just finish the race, as Kane gets a 3-second time penalty. Not ideal for the Aston Martin driver.
But I think he knows it doesn't matter. He can get as many penalties as he wants. As long as he catches Leo, it does not matter. He needs to get Machaki into this race.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 1 lap ago we were standing at an exactly 6-second gap. As it stands now, 6.2. So 2/10 lost in the last lap.
Made You Sad has been dropped as well. Joshi trying to catch up to the Alfa Romeo drivers. A great debut race, and Cameroni has already caught 3 seconds on Gaz and is still catching. Oh, he's flying.
Who's that? Sorry, Cam.
Cam is flying right now. He's caught Gaz by 5/10 in the single corner. Those softs must be screaming.
Okay. Let's look at the gap now. So at the moment, Cam's 77 seconds behind Leo. That would put him about 20 seconds behind Kitten. So
he's not.
Maybe.
No, he's not. He knows that's not his race. He knows what he was doing by staying out. If he wanted to stay and fight with them, he would have boxed. Probably undercut them, but at the end of the day, he knew what he needed to do, and he did his job perfectly. They're 6 seconds back. That's exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, it's a very good point, actually, to be fair. I completely agree with you.
Yeah. I think the only thing Leo can do to really appreciate his teammate is end of the season 9 awards, Barrichello Award nomination coming in for Cam. You would hope.
Yeah.
So yeah, and obviously Leo, the incumbent Red Bull TP. I don't know if you knew about that, but you are a former Red Bull TP, are you not?
I've never been a TP, no, but I've been a Red Bull driver.
Many times a Red Bull driver, back in season 5
3
as well.
seasons, I think I was with Red Bull.
The most iconic of those seasons being season 5, 2021 Pure Fight with your TP now, former Kitten.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine you'd be driving for him while you were racing against him?
Well, we always spoke about it. We always spoke about being teammates, and well, we've only been teammates technically for 1 race. So the idea, and there was always talks that I would go to Aston Martin. That season 5, I was very close to signing, but ultimately didn't go through with it. So never really told anyone that. So that's a first. But yeah, no, obviously this season, for Aston Martin, and yeah, not been too bad so far. Obviously, looking at P3 in the championship, I think it'll be the highest I've ever finished. There was a point at which I led the championship, but either way, I think, although obviously I have had multiple penalty points, it's been a brilliant season with Leo, with Masheki, and with, Cam as well. So,
Yeah,
as disappointing as it is, I would say we'll go again next season, but I don't know. I've not even thought about next season yet.
yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that goes with next season slowly approaching as we slowly head through the stadium section. Beautiful section with the Brazilian flag, a couple flags through here. But yeah, I mean, you would have been a better signing than Insanity in the end. And you're underselling yourself. P2 is the highest you ever finished, not P3.
Oh, when did I finish P2?
That same season, in season 5.
Oh, of course I did.
Oh, of course, you were fighting in the last race of the season with Kitten.
Yeah, true. Well, I think the aim for me is to win I won the last ever F1 2021 race. So the aim for me really is to, well, if next race is the last 23 race, is to win that race. I think when the awards season comes along, like when the awards come along, disagree with me if you like, but I think I've deserved the Leclerc award. The one for the pole positions.
Let's look now. I think there's not many who've been a very crushing qualifier. I mean, that's Gem in T3 with 3 poles. You got Burb in T3 with 3 poles. Not too bad. Down in Tier 2, no one has over 2 poles to their name.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a very spread out season. Leo with 6 poles in 24 Tier 1.
Of course.
Yeah, and then Bark with 4 poles
now
in T1.
In 23, sorry.
Yeah. So 4 poles for Bark in Tier 2 23, and 6 poles for Maverick in T2. That is racing right now. For right now, I think, Charlie, you have the most poles out of anyone this season. 7 for yourself. So yeah, I think absolutely you can get that.
Name, yeah.
You can get that Leclerc award. Update on the gap: 7 seconds now from Leo to the Aston Martin. He has been dominant as usual.
Yeah, he probably has enough time to spin it and win still. The way it's going, Max Verstappen-esque.
I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it.
I'm certainly looking forward to Japan, though. I mean, obviously it's one of my best tracks. And do you remember that switch? The switch wasn't a switchback, but that move that I did on.
Yes, that was incredible. I still remember it. Yes, of course. That was an incredible move.
It was one of the best overtakes I've done.
Oh, I remember watching that live. That was amazing. But just an update on the championship as well. 22 points is the guy from Leo to Machaki. So yeah, it is 5 points that he needs to outscore. Machaki needs to not get outscored by 5 points right now. He need to do that by taking the win.
Well, it's 4 points because.
You're right. It is 4. Yeah, it's 4 because Leo would have more wins. A good season for your teammate as well. Just speaking on Machaki, I think he's been a really good showing, especially for the fact that for the most part, for most of the season, if not all, he's been, I don't want to say relegated, because he's kind of just put himself there as the number 2 driver. And obviously he's been leading the championship at some points, as long as you've been leading the championship at some points, and there's been some luck factored in, and obviously maybe even if Machaki had been able to race last week, we'd be talking about a completely different situation. Where
yeah, definitely.
Maybe you let him through for the win, and then he takes the lead in the championship, and then defend. Whatever happens, you don't know what could have happened. Yeah, it's a sport of luck.
If he'd have raced, and I had been racing in Mexico, could I have played a part in holding up Leo and whatever else? But we'll never know. I could say if Bahrain never had happened, if Spa had never have happened, if this, that, and the other hadn't have happened, I could have certainly won the championship. And I think for the most part, I've been on par. and if not better than Leo, race pace wise at least anyway. So, I could have won it. Ultimately, I won't. That's life, I suppose.
Well, you never know. Leo could have a spectacular crash over the next 2 races, and you could you're still in this. Don't the fat lady
You
isn't
never know.
taking
You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen. 7 laps to go. If as Max Verstappen put it so elegantly, if my mom had balls, she'd be my dad. So.
Yeah, as we see Cameroon get past Karazu on the main straight. Again, these two have had battles all race long, but this time it's Cam getting past Karazu for P6.
Interestingly
4 seconds
enough,
behind Joshi.
I think he's gonna get Meiju Sada and Joshi here. He caught 12 seconds.
Wait, did I just see rain?
Yes, you did. Oh my god,
raining.
it is gonna rain. It is gonna rain. I forgot about this. It's gonna rain.
It's raining.
So, in my opinion, as early as you can call it, the Astons need to go. Because they have nothing to lose. If you finish P4, if you finish P2, you need to finish P1. There is no, let's just settle for this. No, you have to push for the win. You have to get the win or you're getting nothing.
Yeah. Will we see either of them box? Doesn't look wet enough yet. No, they don't box. Joshy's just left, so
I'll get him, don't worry.
Okay. It's fine. Yeah, the DRS is still enabled, so will this rain come down quickly enough, or what will happen? Will 5 laps to go?
Meiju Sada's into the pits. Joshy's under on fuel.
Is he?
Yeah. Which I didn't think about. I think everyone else should be fine. But, I mean, I'm looking on Cam's onboard. It is coming down hard.
Yeah. Meiju Sada boxes for the intermediate tyre. Let's look at the times, see if he does gain or not. Let's see if DRS gets disabled.
I can already see the water on the track. I think it needs to be in this lap for Leo. It needs to be in this lap for everyone.
Yeah, Leo's losing loads of grip. Yeah, it's absolutely trickling down. If he doesn't box, he's stupid.
I can see the spray on Meiju Sada's car. He's gaining on Karazu. This is it. It needs to be in. They all need to be in. And this is something where I'm saying that, look how slow he is. The Astons needed to have boxed the lap before. It wouldn't have mattered for track position, but you gotta at least try something. As Leo boxes.
Leo boxes.
And you think Machaki will make the gap for...
He gets the track position, though.
Yeah.
He's staying out. Why is Kitten staying out?
I think he's staying out because he knows it doesn't matter for him. Wherever Kitten finishes, it doesn't matter. And Machaki needs the position better than him. I guess.
Try holding up at least.
Yeah. I guess that's an idea.
Try.
But it'll be futile. It'll be very futile. Because unless he takes him out, it's not gonna work.
Well, you never know, kid.
You're right. You don't know.
After all, so it wouldn't make a difference.
As everyone's in, Karazi puts on these enters. Manu is heading into the pit lane at a snail's pace because it is chucking it out there. 10 seconds behind is Machaki. This has been something from Manu.
Yeah, this is gonna be. Look how slow Kane's going. It's just, he's nearly losing the car, Jesus. The perfect time for Leo to catch Kitten would be obviously the main straight. Obviously, depending on how this Sector 3 goes, he will do that actually, so... yeah, no. As we see in the back shot of the picture, Leo is catching considerably quickly.
Yeah, 4.1 now they got between Leo and former Kitten. It is... If Leo catches him on the straight, it won't matter. It genuinely will not matter because what is Kitten gonna do? He boxes.
Yeah, Kitten boxes. Well, that's it then. I suppose that's the race settled. Unless obviously Leo does decide to
maybe
DNF on his own accord.
Yeah, maybe he pulls into the pit lane. He goes, you know what? Let's make this interesting.
He might do it. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
But you just never know.
He's got the this would be tying the single season win record with Viper and himself both on 8. Himself from F1 24. Having 8 wins, and this would be his 8th win of the F1 23 season. It has been a history-making season for Leo.
Yeah, as much as that hurts to say, it's yeah, I've been bad for him.
And it's not been too bad. Someone's got to win.
Yeah, so well, you know, I can't complain and I can't complain at the same time. Skyrazi with another time penalty. What are we up to penalty-wise here at the moment?
Always bad.
So Kane's on 3, Meiji Shad on 6, 50, Karazi and Manuel 15 seconds worth of time penalties.
So, I think Cam's been really fucked here with the rain. 2.5 is the gap to Joshy. I don't think he has no chance at the Alfa Romeo anymore. But he does have a chance at P5, so still can get that. And how many penalties? Oh, Cam.
Oh, he's just got 3 seconds.
I just cursed him. I've just cursed him.
You couldn't have said that at a worse time.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Anyways, Jackie running out of ERS in the main straight. Getting stuck out a lot.
Who will take the point for the fastest lap? I think it's Cam.
No, I think it's Machaki, actually. Yeah, it is Machaki. 17.6.
Why can't I find it?
Interval leader and then...
Lap. Oh, yeah, he's Mashaki. Suppose that's something.
Yeah. Cameron was very close. But, so yeah. 7.7. Joshy taking a lot of time out of Major Shad. What happened to him? Either way, 2.3, the gap from Cameron to Joshy. As of right now, with Cam obviously holding the Astons up and sacrificing his own race, McLaren will no longer take more points than Aston Martin in this race. It'll be Aston outscoring them at the moment. Just doing the math. 25. 33 versus
18 plus 7.
Oh wow, that's 33 plus. Actually, it's the same. They scored the same amount of points.
Really, and it's literally Mashaki with the fastest lap.
Sorry,
and
34.
With the pole position.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's 34 each.
It was 34 and 34.
Wow. So no change here.
Combined will be close.
Yeah, if we just take a look real quick at the what's happening in Tier 2 as we start the penultimate lap. What? No, Mav is not. What happened to Tier 2? I think Tier 2 is finished.
I can't check, unfortunately.
Yeah, all of their streams are done, so I guess Tier 2 is done. I wonder if anyone won the title. I wonder what happened with Mav and all that, and hopefully they did well. But, yeah.
Hopefully the Astons did well.
Hopefully for your sake, obviously the Monk having that quali ban. And Josh is still needing to save fuel, and he's very much lifting and coasting.
Yeah, I think he's though. He knows that Cam's got 3 seconds now, so it doesn't matter for him. However, if Josh does let Cam by, obviously for the combined and the constructors, Leo gets 3 seconds now. Interesting. Doesn't matter though. He's 12 seconds ahead.
You never know. Oh no! Nicholas Latifi. Red flag, and then just beautiful. Jackie sent it into turn 1. Who knows?
Impossible for a safety car now as well. So, as Leo begins the final lap of the Mexico Grand Prix.
I never understand. It's the Mexico City Grand Prix, and I never understand why they do that. Like they do the Rio de Janeiro Grand Prix. No one calls it that.
No, true. It's officially named the Mexico Grand Prix, though.
Is it? Did they change that?
I think so.
No, it's Mexico
on the
City.
F1 app it is.
Oh. I guess they changed it now, which is good.
Yeah, Formula 1 Gran Premio de la Ciudad de Mexico.
Wow. De la Ciudad? Does it say Ciudad? C-I-U-D-A-D?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's city in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
But as we look at Leo, what a season it's been for Leo Meyer. He's shown pure dominance on both games. No driver has ever won 2 championships in the same season. No driver has ever won 2 championships of 2 different games in the same season. History in the making as he chases that win record and ties Viper's own and his own tally of 8 in the season. Do not take your eyes off this man for 1 second. Move over, Kitten. Move over, Oka. Move over, Runner. There's a new challenger entering the arena. And as he emerges from this arena, as you see the fans cheering him on, the amazing, the incredible, the unstoppable Leo Meyer wins here in Mexico and becomes a 3-time champion of the world. Crown him one, crown him all. There is no end in sight to the start of our legendary career here in URFL. He takes the flag as the champion.
What a drive. What an absolute drive. Just pure dominance from the man from Holland.
Double Dutch delight, as Crofty once said.
Double podium for Aston Martin. As much as Leo has just won the title, you can't take that away from them. They've done well.
Absolutely not.
Josh P4 in the Mercedes made you sad on his debut, gets P5. It's only 10th behind Josh as well. Camerooni, after damage limitations, come home to finish P6. Kairazu and Manu, full of penalties, managed to come home as P7 and P8 for the Williams and Red Bull Racing drivers. But yeah, Leo Meyer, the Dutch driver, world champion of URFL F1 23 Tier 1.
Yeah, just shout out to Cam as well. Again, beautiful job helping his teammate. And it was a Mav P2 pole, P2 with pole in Tier 2, and Aston was P1. I don't know who was P1, but Aston P1, according to Belcher. That is my source. It was Soup. Okay, Soup was the one who won. Interesting. Not Monk. Well, Monk had trouble getting through the field. I think with that, Mav might be leading the championship in Tier 2 now. Look at it. Because Bark isn't racing today. Yeah, Mav is leading the championship by 3 points to Bark now.
It's at Tier 2.
That's Tier 2. So yeah, the championship continues on to Japan.
Wow,
And,
so it'll be a one race shootout. That's this race done then. Leo with a dominant display finishes P1, rounds up that World Championship. Misaki with the fastest lap, gains 1 place, moves up into P2 on the podium. Kitten as well, tried to do as much as he could to try and help out Misaki. But yeah, finishes on the podium. Ultimately, just wasn't enough. Leo gets his world title for McLaren.
Yeah. And that is me uninstalling this game.
Really?
Yeah. I'm done with it.
You're not going to do Japan, no?
We'll see. I'm on a. I don't want it on the thing. We'll see. I enjoy Japan. Japan's fun, but.
Oh, no worries at all. Well, for potentially anybody that is watching this stream or the race stall, that's all for myself. And yeah, Nova as well. Been a brilliant commentator as always. So I'll be back in Japan for the race. I won't have as many penalty points. Well, I'll still have the same amount of penalty points, but I will be able to race. So yeah, from me, goodbye.